Guys, another video. Just a quick point of view from myself. I think Walmart is a great stock to buy just because it's, I think, got a lot of assets and a lot of value, a lot of intrinsic value in terms of it's got a lot of employees, has a lot of businesses, and it kind of has a monopoly in its own right for its industry. So I think Walmart, if any company would survive a recession, I think it'd be Walmart. I'm not saying that the price wouldn't go down further or they wouldn't have to lay off people, but I definitely see Walmart being one company that could probably survive the inflation, even though it will probably have to pass down the cost to the consumer. But that's going to happen in every industry, not just consumer goods or groceries. It's going to happen in everything because every company business is going to have an operating cost and a profit margin, and they're still going to have to pass down to make the same amount of money. So the reason I think Walmart's such a great company, because if you just look like at the market cap and you have a wee look at things like the ratio and the revenues, I mean this company makes a lot of money. Obviously they kind of tanked here due to the negative news that came out, and all that kind of adds to the recession that's either is going to happen by the sounds of it, and people's spending power, which is obviously right now not very good. So they're not buying TVs or game consoles, high profit margin products, which really helps companies like Walmart make a profit. It's more like if they're just buying essentials and bare necessities, they're not going to be buying luxuries, and they still need people to be buying luxuries to make the good part of the money. And their operating costs are still going to be the same unless they lay off people or they close stores. And I think for Walmart, I have the advantage they have. They cannot be closing stores. They need to keep the stores open. So they're finished, minus down a point today, but I mean that's expected. We aren't in the best economic outlook. So just look at these. You can have a look at all the stats and stuff they're doing. Absolutely, they're doing great. If we go to the research, we can see what the general analysis is. So kind of analysts are saying 150, $7 a share. That's a high, average, in your low. So Walmart right now is even lower than the lowest a bit. I would always take these stats with a pinch of salt. I would take the low estimate and say, well, that's maybe a good entry point, and below that maybe a good entry point. And obviously, if you're here, it might also be. It depends how bullish you are about the company and how long you're willing to hold on to the stock. If you'll hold on to it for like 5 years, I don't think immediate inflation today, tomorrow is going to kill the stock. You'll probably make a bit of loss if you buy it today, just because it probably will go down more. There's still things like the rates are going to still go up for loans and mortgages. Spending power is going to go down considerably over the next few months because we aren't even in the real storm yet of recession. Once a recession kicks in, a real recession, that's when we're going to start seeing spending power really restricted, and we aren't seeing that yet. This is just based on the news, but in a few months, we'll really be in hot water. But anyway, if you're bullish on this company like I am, I would be either buying stock now or waiting till it goes down a bit further and then securing it. You can see here, if we go down, hedge funds have sold based on from the hedge funds in the last quarter. So yeah, they've probably sold and took their profits. I mean, if you had bought it a few years ago, you probably have made quite a bit of money, and they'll probably reopen positions when it goes even further down than this. So that's my opinion. I think Walmart's a good, solid company. I'm not saying it's too big to fail, like it's too big and it like won't fail. Of course, it can fail. We've seen examples of big companies that do fail. I just think Walmart has such a monopoly in the market, and it has so much intrinsic value, as in it has actual value. That I think it warrants that it can make it through inflation. So that's my opinion, guys. If you've got any opinions about Walmart or any other stocks, feel free to put it in the comments. I love reading the comments. I love replying to people. I just love looking at stocks, doing some analysis, picking ones that I would trade. So Walmart for me is one that I'm going to really watch closely. I'm expecting to go down further due to the negative news, but I'm still going to be picking it up at a discount. Buy the dip, guys. Buy the dip. That's what you need to remember. You only lose if you sell, unless of course you lose 100%. Then selling would have been good. But anyway, thanks for watching.